Hi everybody, Anthony Mortis Training Academy. Today, teaching you how to hit with the stick and hit really fast and not telegraph while you're hitting. Telegraphing is one of those things that I constantly drill into my students. It's kind of, you want to get to the point to where they don't see anything coming. You don't want to be loading up. You don't want to be doing little habits that the individual might see coming. And I say that to say this: if I'm going to do a swing, okay, and say I'm going to do a backhand swing, and I do this, okay, that's telegraphing. Okay, if I do this, that's telegraphing. Now, I want to get to the point to where I can hit you, and I can hit you fast and to where you can't see it coming. Only thing it is you can feel it, but you didn't see it. Now, the one that I'm doing, it comes in at about probably 70 to 80 miles an hour. And 70 to 80 miles an hour is fast for a stick. Now, what we're working today on is what is called a wood tick. And with the wood tick, I'm going to throttle. Now, the throttle can be, sometimes I call it a throttle, sometimes I call it a twitch. Okay, a little twitch is just something that twitches like this. It may twitch this way. Now, the throttle is where my little finger is sitting here on the tip of the stick, and my thumb, and see how I'm opening up my hand here? Okay, my thumb is here, okay, here. So my wood tick, to break down first, a wood tick is coming out and coming back, okay, out and back. Now, when I throttle a wood tick, you see where my hand is here? Okay, this is here. Okay, this doesn't do this, okay, it's from here, and I throttle here. See the little throttle right here? I'm throttling here. Okay, it's like pulling a clutch lever or a brake lever on a motorcycle. So it's a throttle. So if I'm here and I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for you to make the wrong move, from here I go bang and I hit. Okay, now you notice the arm doesn't really move. It moves, but it doesn't move in a large motion like doing this. So if I'm resting here, if this could be a cane, it could be a walking stick, it could be whatever it would be, but it's just resting here. So as I throttle from here to here, here to here, okay? So understanding how to manipulate your tools to where they don't see it coming. It's like in the Filipino martial arts, the knife is to be felt and not seen. Okay, if I pull out a knife and I start doing this, okay, not a good thing. Okay, not that we want to be sticking people, because we don't. But when we have to defend ourselves, we have to defend ourselves. Okay, we can't be a doormat for everyone to walk on. And sometimes we have to stand for things that we don't always feel confident about standing for, okay? So understanding how to hit to where they don't expect it, but yet there's consequence when I decide that I'm here and bang, and I hit, okay? Now, it does take some training. A lot of times you're in this position and see how the finger's sticking up, and all I do is squeeze and I work. So I start doing this. Okay, so I can get to the point where I don't move that hand. You see how the stick is starting to move? And that's just called a throttle. Okay, so I move to here, next thing I know, I'm moving to here. Okay, and I'm throttling. Okay. If you do it a lot, you'll get really good at it. And it's like everything that in the martial arts, it's not always the big picture. You know, it's like You know, a lot of my instructors are great kickers. I'm not a great kicker, okay? I'm not built for a kicker. I'm built for a trapper, okay? Close quarter combat. Now, some of my instructors, you know, it's like Bill Shaw for an example, world-class kicker. You know, I can't kick like him, but that's what he's good at, you know, and that's one of the attributes that he has. My attribute is trapping close quarter. I like that position. I like being in the pocket. I like the knife work. I like this close confrontation. So spend some time here, okay? And the exercise is just to get your stick like this and start doing this, okay? You're not moving the arm, okay? Then you can start transferring to here, okay? Not moving the arm, but that's called a wood-tick with a throttle. Spend some time, find out what you guys are good at, and get good at it, okay? And that's probably my little speech for the day. Find out what you're good at and get good at it, okay? If it's working close, if it's working with people, if it's you know, doing volunteer services, there's something that deep inside that you guys are blessed with, okay? And most everybody knows what that is, but find out what that is and get good at it. You know, if it's working with you know, kids, you know inside that you love dealing with kids, working with kids, teaching kids. Find out what you're good at and get good at it, okay? And so that's it for the day. A wood-tick with a throttle, okay? And I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day.